Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for everything movies and music through my eyes. And today we're going to be talking about movie theaters and what state they're in currently and how they might be shutting down quite soon. So it's no mystery about why movie theaters have struggled in 2020 so far. COVID-19 has played an incredibly large role in that, and basically all the studios are pushing back all their films, and it's very hard for movie theaters to stay open and relevant when they don't have new product to push. Those eyes aren't naturally going to them to see the new films. I mean, they're appearing on Netflix, Disney+, Hulu, any of the other streaming services where you don't have to pay an additional $15-20 to get in the door. And movie theaters were closed for a solid 4 to 5 months starting in March due to the pandemic, and that was understandable. I totally got why that was happening. It was not safe for people to be in closed situations like that, and they have started to reopen in the past couple months, and they've been doing that by having 20 to 30% of their theater seats available, as well as just keeping everything as sanitary as possible, and that's been great. And we've had some new movies come out, things like New Mutants, Tenet, Bill and Ted Face the Music, but unfortunately those movies are not performing overly well. Tenet has only made about 20 to 30 million at the US box office, and that's incredibly low for a Christopher Nolan movie. It was his second lowest opening at the US box office ever, and that's not the film's fault. I think it's a pretty good movie, but when you have this situation where people are scared to go out and scared to be in a movie theater, scared to go out anywhere, it's not even particular to the movies, that's a hard situation for any business to thrive in, let alone a theater that requires people to be there physically. And with all that being said, I think movie theaters are bound to shut down again within the next month, and that is not their own fault. I believe Disney has a large part to play in that, and I get it. They're a business, they're about making money, but recently they just moved pretty much all their movies to 2021, being Black Widow, Death on the Nile, that West Side Story movie that Steven Spielberg is pushing out. So there's really no new product coming out for quite a while. And I know some local theater owners in Eau Claire, and they've even said they've been scraping by with the low attendance and the COVID kind of scaring people away. And it's growing increasingly difficult for them to even stay relevant, especially with all these movies coming out on streaming services. I just watched Enola Holmes on Netflix. That could have been a theatrical release. And basically without new product, it's impossible for them to stay open. And we only have a couple big films coming out the rest of the year. The new James Bond movie is a big one. I know Wonder Woman's supposed to come out around Christmas, and a lot of people think that they are going to push as well because the big markets like New York and Los Angeles, they're still closed. So how are you supposed to make money when your two biggest markets? Nope, gone. And these movies have hundreds of millions of dollars in their budget, not to mention advertising, and the fact they have to split some of that profit with the theaters as well. And at this point, the cost of operation is almost more than just shutting down. I know there's been some statistics that have come out about how they were losing even more money now, having to operate, pay staff, pay for the movies, pay their employees. And when they just had the door closed, you're not paying any of that, you're not paying any operating costs, and just taking a loss and looking forward to 2021 almost seems like a better option for movie theaters right now. And I know movie lovers all over the world don't want to hear that. Believe me, I love movie theaters. I love going to a movie, sitting there, buying a big popcorn, buying some candy, buying a drink, and then enjoying a film. That's one of my favorite things to do, so the thought of not being able to do that again for a second time in 2020, it's a scary option, but at the same time, I want these movie theaters to stay successful. I want them to thrive and stay open, so when the COVID pandemic passes, they can open and they can stay open. I don't want them to go under because of all this. And it hurts me to say, but I would anticipate a shutdown here before too long. I don't think it's going to be government mandated. They don't want to cause another panic. They don't want to cause another stir. They don't want to act like it's going to resurface again and get even worse. But unfortunately, the time might be to shut down theaters again. So what do you think though? Do you think movie theaters are going to stay open? Do you think they should stay open? Let me know in the comments below. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw here, you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram, or like, comment, you can share this video, or subscribe if you so choose. Thanks again for watching. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks guys.